Okay, y'all, so I'm here with another review, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So first of all, I want to say shout out to Whitney. Shout out to Whitney. She liked one of my tweets or whatever yesterday that I said about her. So shout out to Whitney. Shout out to her. So let's start off with Whitney. The tweet that I put up that she liked said, Whitney like has a really interesting storyline like out of everybody, and I'm very here for it, which I've said on all of my videos. So that's not really like a surprise to anybody. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna light this candle. Look, y'all. I want to tell y'all real fast. I love Yankee Candle. This one right here, it smells so fucking good. It's not even funny. It smells so good. But anyway, so we have Whitney. Okay, she is inviting her dad over, and her other siblings, you know, so that he can kind of like, you know, talk to them and kind of reconnect with them. So her father has been estranged from her other siblings for quite some time, of course, because of his addiction. As y'all know, we met Whitney's brother last time, or her half brother last time, you know, and you know, I can understand like the frustration of it all. It's like when you expecting somebody to like just do better, or you're giving somebody the opportunity to do better, and it's like it just feels like they never the fuck are. I can understand the frustration of that. So her sister comes over and her brother comes over. It's the first time all of them have been together at one time in 10 years, which is a really long time. But like I said, you could tell that the son was a little nervous. You could tell that the daughter, when she first walked in, was really, really nervous. But like you could tell when they hugged each other, like they really miss each other. And you know, her father pretty much just talks about, you know, how he's doing better, and you know how he misses being around them, and you know they pretty much are his motivation to why he, you know, wants to do better. And he invited them to pretty much come up to the sober, you know, living, you know, to kind of go through some therapy. I think that's good, man. That's really good. And that's when I had tweeted, you know, that I think that Whitney has the most interesting storyline out of everybody. Like, I really do. So then we go to Jen and Heather. Now, Jen pretty much says that she wants to take out Heather on this double date because, you know, of what Heather said last week about, oh, I feel like you want to be friends with Lisa and Meredith so much, which I forgot who said this. Somebody I watched review the show said this. I don't know if it was Giving You the Real Tea or if it was Color Me Pink, but one of them said this, and I really do believe it. I do think that, what's this woman's name? That Jen, for some reason, does want to be in the company of people like Meredith and Lisa, and I don't know if it's like a society standing type thing. Like, I don't really know, but it is kind of weird to me. But anyway, she goes to take Heather out or whatever. She goes on a double date with her husband. I love Coach Shaw. He just seems like he's so much fun. Every scene that Coach Shaw is in, he cracks me up. He's a key. I love him. He's so much. He's hilarious to me. And so they're going out with his friend Big Diddy. Okay, so Heather, you know, they go out to dinner or whatever. Big Diddy come in, and of course, Heather with her hot in the pants ass, okay, is like, oh, okay, hey, like, yeah, you can break my back, boo, you can break my back. He's tall, he's dark, he's handsome. Like, I understand the phrase tall, dark, and handsome, but like, it's just sometimes a little weird for me for you as a white woman to say that. Like, you like black men, we get it, understandable. So, you know, they're going on a double date and they're having a good, you know, everybody's talking. So the guy, Big Diddy, he orders like a Shirley Temple or whatever, and automatically Heather is turned off. Like, oh, that's the type of drink that you have. I hate women that's like that. I really, really do. You take the smallest fucking thing and you make it a bigger thing. Heather, maybe that's why you don't have a man. Like, you think, like Whitney said, you told Whitney in the beginning, oh, well, it's because nobody wants me. No, Heather, I think that part of it is you. Because what the hell does that have to do with anything? My boyfriend in particular, right? He's not a big drinker at all. He's a smoker. He's not a big drinker. So when we go out to eat, he normally gets, and he will always tell, it's funny because like when a waiter comes, he says all the time, he be like, look, I know this is about to be weird, but I'm about to get a fruity ass, like sweet ass drink, because he doesn't really drink a lot. So if he does consume alcohol, it has to be sweet. And a lot of times the sweet alcohol is like martinis and stuff like that. But I don't understand why, because a man drinks a martini, he can't be a man or he can't be tough. It's all alcohol at the end of the day. Everybody can't sit there like you, Heather, and throw back shots of vodka or just drink vodka straight or vodka with a little bit of seltzer. Like, everybody can't do that. So I'm glad because she ain't deserve you anyway. So then, you know, they finish the date and he's just about his job, and you know, I guess she's like, nah, this is not for me. But whatever. They end the date. Next, Whitney gets on the phone and she invites all of the girls to Vegas. Mary, when she tries to invite Mary, Mary's like, oh, is Jen going? And she says, yeah. She's like, oh, well, then I'm not going. This is what frustrates me about Mary. First of all, number one, Mary, why would you ever let another bitch pretty much like stop you from enjoying yourself? I don't care if Jen is there or not. There is 5 other women here that I fuck with, or 4 other women here that I fuck with. I'm not gonna let this one bitch pretty much make it so that I don't go nowhere. And then secondly, my thing is, I'm wondering if Mary is even gonna be on here next season, because we're, I think, 11 episodes in. Mary, you have been in almost none of these episodes. In the first half of the season, you were in it a little bit, but you really aren't even in the show anymore. And you complain to Whitney about how nobody wants to hang out with you, but now somebody's inviting you to come out and chill with the girls, and you're saying no. Like, if Mary's not on here next season, that won't be too much surprising to me, because you're not even like getting in the mix with the girls. You're like, Mary is like a friend of the show at this point. She's not even like a snowflake holder. I guess that's what these hoes is holding. And then when Lisa gets the text message from Whitney, she goes, I don't really know if I want to go. You know, you didn't even apologize, but you won't be holding your breath for a long time, because if I'm Whitney, I mean, whatever. I guess Whitney should have apologized, but at the same time, girl, it's not really that big of a deal. You really need to be taking up your issues with Mary, not with me, but okay, whatever. So, Lisa ends up getting on the phone with Meredith, you know, and asking her about the whole situation and whether or not she should go. And she's like, I mean, I'm gonna go, you know, but I do feel some type of way. And we'll get to you, Meredith, in a second, because it's confusing to me on how you got all this fucking smoke for Whitney, but you ain't got no smoke for Jen, and you ain't got no smoke for Mary, which it really is leading me to believe in the same thing with Lisa. Y'all got all the smoke for Whitney, but nobody got no smoke for Mary. And it's really leading me to believe what Mary said, which is that y'all are scared. Y'all not only scared of Jen, but y'all are scared of Mary too. Y'all have to be, because I feel like Whitney is an easy target. Whitney is an easy target as far as somebody to go back and forth with. Jen and Mary are probably going to eat you up as far as their words is concerned. Not that Jen can read, but Jen just gets really, really loud, and a lot of people can't fucking deal with that. So anyway, they end up going to Vegas or whatever. Like I said, Lisa ended up not going with all of the girls together. She ended up being there like a couple days before, but she didn't tell Whitney. So when they're in the limo going to the hotel, you know, Whitney gets on the phone to call Lisa. Lisa ignores her calls and then immediately calls Meredith, which is like, you're a child, Lisa. Like, you're a child at the end of the day. You're a fucking child, but whatever. So she's like, oh yeah, I've been in Vegas for a couple of days already, and this is that and the third. So Whitney's like, okay, well, are you gonna meet up with us to hang out? Yeah, I guess I'll meet y'all, like, whatever. Man, Whitney's impression of Lisa was spot the fuck on. She said, I don't know. She's like, I can't sound sexy and sound like I'm taking a shit at the same time. I said, Whitney, you are a key. I love Whitney. She's my fave. She's hilarious. Okay. So then we go, I'm trying to figure out where exactly this happened, because I don't really remember, but I think Jen was talking to Heather. I don't know who she was talking to about this, but they show a flashback pretty much of Jen talking to Lisa about the whole situation. That's what it was, because Jen going to say in her confessional, oh, well, I'm not really all that happy with Whitney right now either, you know, and then it shows her talking to Lisa, and Lisa being like, oh, well, I never said that about you. And my whole thing is, y'all keep forgetting to add in there that it's not that Whitney came up with that out of this, like, blue. She's telling you that Mary Cosby told her that. So I don't understand why we keep skipping over that fact and trying to make it seem like it was just Whitney who pulled it out of her fucking ass. That's not how that happened. But again, we'll get to it, because Jen pisses me the hell off, and I really think she needs real help or to not be on the show no more. One or the other, or maybe both. So then when they're all pretty much about to go out, you know, they get to the hotel, Whitney is saying, you know, how she has set up this whole thing for them to go racing or whatever, which I wish I went to. If y'all look at my vlogs, I went to Vegas for my birthday like a month and a half ago. I'm pissed. I wish I could have did the exotic race car thing, because it was one of the things that I thought about doing, but I couldn't do it because, I mean, I ain't got my damn license. But yeah, so So yeah, so I mean, but I'm pretty sure I could have rode along with somebody, but there were so many other things to do in Vegas. It was fine. So yeah, so Heather, when they get there, like I said, Lisa's like, I mean, sorry, I gotta get these names, but Whitney is saying that they're all gonna go to the racetrack and have fun and all of this. And Jen is like, no, well, I got this shopping date set up for me and Heather to go out. And then once she said that, you know, Whitney goes into the room with Heather and is like, I should smack the fuck out of Jen for doing that. And I understand why Whitney is a little frustrated, because it's like, if you wanted to take Heather, like, personal shopping or whatever the case may be, why couldn't you have done that on your own time? The only reason y'all hoes is even in Vegas is because I invited you. Like, now, granted, all of y'all have enough money to go by yourselves, but that's the thing. If you wanted to do that, you could have did that separately. But if I put together a trip, because this is the thing, I agree with Whitney, but I don't agree with Whitney when she was like, I mean, I didn't do this trip so that we can break off into groups. This is how I feel about vacation, because I just had this conversation with somebody. This is how I feel about vacations when it comes to groups and stuff like that. The reason I agree with Whitney in this situation is because it was only for a weekend. It's not like they stayed for an extended amount of time. With it only being a weekend, and I'm the one who planned it for all of us to get together, then yes, I would expect for just that weekend, it's only 2 fucking days, for us to do things together. Now, of course, in the morning time, you know, you can go here, you can go there, but the majority of the activities I would expect us to do together. Now, if they were going to be in Vegas for an entire week, then I understand being like, okay, let's break up into groups and do our own little thing. But y'all was only there for the weekend, and y'all only came because Whitney invited you. Otherwise, nobody would have went to Vegas. Everybody would have still been at home. So I understand her being frustrated. So she's like, you're pretty much forcing me to be alone with Lisa and Meredith. But all right, so Lisa, the thing that kills me about Lisa talks so much shit, but she's not gonna back it up. Lisa talk like she's really about to put hands and feet. You're not gonna do anything, boo. You're not gonna do anything. And that's why right now, like, even I tweeted this shit last night, and I'm still right now getting retweets, comments, and likes on it when I said that Lisa is a stuck up, miserable ass person, and it's hard to take, because everybody agrees with me. You are a miserable ass bitch. You're miserable. Like, you put on a facade, and I don't care. I'll get to what happened later, you know, to the rest of the show. But my thing is with Lisa is Lisa, number one, thinks that she's better than everybody when she's really not. And more than anything, it's like, I can tell that you're putting on Lisa. It's not even like, if y'all watch Blink Empire, which please go watch Blink Empire on Netflix. This is not like a plug, but it's a really good show. Anna, my bitch Anna from Blink Empire, that's how you really carry yourself when you're truly unbothered and you're truly that bitch. You don't have to go around and try to put it off as if you're something bigger than you're not, because it happened. Matter of fact, it'll slide right into the next scene. So when they did finally go to the race and track together, the whole time Lisa's talking shit before they even get there. Oh, well, I've done this so many times, and then she gets there and she tells the person, oh, well, I drive this type of car, so what kind of car do you think I should do? Then they get in the car, and guess what? The bitch is going slow as hell. Meredith and Whitney outlapped her ass to the point to where the driver told her, you need to pull over so that everybody can go by you. So that's Lisa right there. That whole track scene is Lisa. She talks so much, all it is, but when it gets down to it, you really don't have nothing to put out. Where's the results? You talk a big fucking game to do absolutely nothing. I am tired of Lisa. I don't like her on this show. I don't feel like she brings anything. I don't feel like she brings anything to the show other than a stuck up ass bitch who think that she is everything and then some, and she's not. Lisa don't even have an interesting storyline on her own. I want y'all to tell me, what is Lisa's storyline this season? I think in one of my last episodes, I went through every single person and what storyline they have, separate of dealing with one another. You want to know what your storyline is? If you stay on this show, you get in a divorce. That's what's going to happen, because you keep putting your damn work over your damn husband and your kids. And when he leaves you, and when I do not want to see you sitting on nobody's reunion crying or nothing like that when that man packs up his shit and leave you. Because see, you're so concerned about your image that you're not concerned about being a good wife and being around your fucking kids. Get her the fuck out of here. I'm so fucking tired of her. So they get on the track after they're done. Long story short, Whitney pretty much apologizes to Meredith and to Lisa for how she handled the situation. I'm happy Whitney did that, because she did take responsibility, and I appreciate that. But like I said, I don't understand how everybody got an attitude with Whitney, but nobody is bringing that energy to Mary. And Meredith, you got all of this. This is how I feel like at the end of the day. Meredith was a little bit upset with Whitney, but she wasn't really upset. That's why even at the end, I want y'all to go back and watch the episode. When Whitney apologized, Meredith looked directly at Lisa. And Lisa looked at her, and then Lisa said, okay, that's fine. Then Meredith said, okay, that's fine. Like, Meredith, be a grown-ass woman and stand on your own 2 feet. I hope that's what I see next week with you telling what's her name, like, I'm friends with who I want to be friends with. But it feel like, Meredith, you wasn't really as mad as Whitney, like, at Whitney as you really are at Jen, but you're acting like it because Lisa is. Why did you have to look at Lisa for confirmation for you to say that you accept her apology? It should have just been what the fuck it is. It doesn't matter. And again, I don't understand. You got all this energy for Whitney, but where the fuck is your energy for Jen Shah? Where's that energy at? Because I'm not seeing it, sis. I'm not seeing it. So... oh, the only thing I didn't like about what Whitney did during that whole little scene is and she keeps doing it, like it's like her second or third time saying it is, oh, I had it all together and then Heather came in hot. That's not what happened. And I love you, Whitney, I really do. But you have to stop saying that, because that's not how that happened. You were taking too long. First of all, Heather was already there when you were talking to Jen. But secondly, you were taking too long. You were scared to say it. So Heather just fucking said it for you. There is no, the thing is, it doesn't matter. It was gonna come out regardless. And it's not like Heather said it in an ignorant way. She said what you wanted to say, but you was just stumbling over your words. You literally had to rephrase what you was about to say 5 fucking times. Okay, well, no, and okay, let me start again. Like, bitch, just say it. Just say it. So then we get to the last scene, and it's what Heather and Jen, and they're shopping or whatever, and Jen again does the same shit she did with Mary, which is, well, I'm really pissed off with Whitney and I should have smacked the fuck out of her because, you know, you messed up my husband's birthday. The same shit that we keep talking about. And shout out to Heather for being a real one and saying, so like she said at the top, so it's Whitney's fault that you threw that glass? It's her fault that you threw that glass? I thought we were done with this, Jen. I thought after you had the conversation with your husband that we were done with this, meaning you need to take full responsibility. Should Whitney have brought it up to you at the birthday party? No, but you're a grown-ass woman and you do not know how to control yourself, and that's why Sharif is the fuck over you and did not come the fuck home, because regardless of what anybody else says, you are responsible for your actions. And I'm so tired of Jen blaming everybody the hell else for the way that she acts. And secondly, stop saying that you're okay with things if you're not. That's what you did with Mary. You said that you were cool with Mary. That's why when y'all all got back together and you still said you had a problem with her, everybody was confused because you just said that you was cool with her. Same thing with Whitney. You sat there and you hugged Whitney and said everything was fine. You said okay. Mind you, you're on a trip that she invited you to. But for some reason, now you still have a fucking problem with Whitney. At the end of the day, Jen, and again, I think Keisha said this, and I agree so wholeheartedly. I'm talking about For Color Me Pink. Jen has all of those damn employees, maybe Color, I don't remember who said it, but it's a fact. She has all of those employees around her, and she thinks that they're her friend when they are not. Those are yes men. And like Heather ended up saying, to Jen, a friend is pretty much, in the nicest way, she said, like, you know, the nicest way. To Jen, being a friend is being a yes man, meaning agreeing with everything that she has to say, never challenging her, never telling her that she's wrong. Jen Shah, I'm about fucking tired of every single episode you flying off the deep end for no absolute reason. You need to get help, therapy, and you probably need to be off the show because it's not a good look. Like I said, with your husband being a coach, I know he's embarrassed. I know he's embarrassed looking at the fucking way you act. You act a damn fool. But I'm done. I'm done, y'all. I'm out. Tell me what y'all think in the comments.